Hi there, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to Raising Angels Reborn, another episode, and we are probably getting closer and closer to the end. But that's her report on the events that transpired, Commander. That certainly is an interesting tale, Major Puccile. If I hadn't seen how your kind operate, I would be loath to believe it. Excuse me? You say that Colonel Nelson took you hostage and attempted to steal the crystal for himself during the time the engine was offline. That's correct, madam. These are dangerous allegations, for his actions seem out of place. All I have to verify your story is your word. Am I to believe that you are not using this opportunity to take care of a close friend's personal grudge? Commander, I'm afraid I don't understand what you are getting at with this. Major Hackett's hatred of Colonel Nelson is well known. It would not be a leap of the imagination to assume that you are being the standard Saito and trying to use this to your advantage. You bitch! That makes no sense. I'm just trying to ensure that man who attempted to kill me is brought to justice. Words again. I need proof. Then our word should be enough, Commander. This conversation does not concern you, Lieutenant. I finished running tests on pistol found at the scene. The weapon he confirms that it was last used by Colonel Nelson. The shots that both myself and Faye reported are in the weapon log. I also told you what I heard. I heard the Colonel threaten the Major before the shots were fired. Eh? I'm afraid she's working with him. Actually, you don't think I'm biased towards Idotly, do you? She's lying. That door is nearly soundproof. There's no way she would have heard anything unless I was yelling and banging on the door. Kika is trying to protect me? The events she's telling are facts, but they are lies from her mouth. Major Puccile, let's say for a moment I believe you. You haven't answered one important question. Why would Colonel Nelson attempt to murder you, steal the crystal, and prevent the ship's power from being restored? He was going to sell it on his blackmail contracts. He was going to hand over to the Realtin ship. I don't have motive figured out yet. This one? Well, that's what they actually were telling, and she was telling. So he was going to hand over to the Realtin ship. Yes? Plan to handle. Okay, once we had tested it, they had figured out its power and could safely handle it. At that point, he didn't need us anymore. Once he had secured the crystal, we weren't needed alive anymore. Ah, yeah, the mysterious Realtin ship. Yeah, the Realtins who stole the data and destroyed the ship. What's that attitude for? As for evidence, can you not provide, Major Puccile? Suck it! But if there was a Realtin ship out there, would this not be the perfect time to get the drop on us? Please drop right now, right here, right now, and I will have to kick some ass. It's been several hours since we originally lost power, Saito. Logical battle taxi would have had them descend upon us. Oh, she's such a pain in the ass. Yet we remain unmolested. Someone go and molest her, right here, right now, if she wants that. But, Lieutenant, I distinctly recall that you also doubted the presence of an enemy ship that's deep in space. So, you don't believe it? No! Madam, with all due respect, what do you have against my organization? You've been hindering my operation since I arrived. Hindered? I let you nearly lead my crew to a frozen grave in unknown territory because I thought that perhaps I was wrong about you all. You all haven't changed. Saito are nothing but the real scum of the directorship. Natalie isn't. She isn't exactly as brilliant as yours truly, but she most certainly isn't scum. Hearing another compliment from Kika is surprising, but reassuring. Major, have you ever heard of the Saito team commanded by Anton Rogers? Nope, madam. They are an elite team that reports directly to the board of directors. Like you, they have no judicial overwatch by the sector they claim to serve under. Do you know what happens when rogues with power, but no discipline, are left to wander our ranks? They get people demoted, Commander. They get people killed. They get good troopers killed because they think that their mission is more important than the lives of their comrades. Instead of just leaving that crystal alone, you decided to bring it back with us. There was no Raltins, just a wise researcher who knew that this belonged in no Saito's hands. You made friends on the ship. You nearly killed them without a second hesitation. That's what Saito are. How many died on your mission with Anton Rogers? My wings was used to cover their approach. We were told that a special agent and his team needed to infiltrate a Ralti military base. They were to be inserted in the base by a civilian shuttle. I was sent in with faulty information. They flew my squadron straight into the death trap. Do you know how many of my friends I had to watch die in the first 30 seconds? 20 fighters, 34 pilots and weapons officers killed because the site didn't think that we needed to know what the safest approach vector was. Can you guess why we weren't told? I don't know. Because their mission came first. Dying pilots meant more of their defenses were focused on that approach vector. We were sacrificed as a distraction for them. And the pathetic Saito still got himself shot down. Oh. When we returned to command, guess who was blamed for the mission failure, Major? Tell me who you think deserves to take the blame for all of those needless deaths. I'm sorry. Today almost came that close. You want my support? You want my assistance? Then don't ask me to sacrifice more of my friends and troops to your evidence-less ways. Then how about you go away? This isn't her fault! I understand. If I brought you solid evidence, would you back what I've done here? I'm not unreasonable. I just need to know that you will do right by those people you narrowly killed here. Then I'll find the truth. Thank you, Commander. I'm grateful you did manage to rectify your mistake in the end. Perhaps you may yet prove me wrong. I'll kick her ass. Sir, I want you to assist getting this ship ready for jump. I want to be heading back to the Destiny Station within a day. Dismissed. And to go back and do it after that. Is that all Saito are to her? Murderers who just use and abuse their fellow service members. I can deny some of it. I doubt that anyone other than myself will be taking the blame for not saving the researcher and nearly killing everyone. But other parts of it, maybe she's right about us. I'm dragging along an entire ship full of people. I haven't managed to catch Stan attacking my evidence. I tried to set up a situation to catch him and nearly died for it. And I've learned nothing about what is behind that crystal. I need to find a way to take care of this problem before we get home. I need to fix my mistakes before I'll also end up killing people. What would I tell my sister if I ended up killing everyone here and somehow survived? What would I tell Saul's family? Would his father still see me as his daughter? I really hope you aren't letting her babbling get to you. She wasn't completely wrong. I know one thing she was wrong about. You saved my life and I'm thankful. There, I said it. She did it. If I was the one who got the power turned on. She's a good minion who saved us all by responding to danger, but she wasn't the one who saved me. If you were really the monster Razona thinks you were, you would have just had me open the door. You would have shot me and taken the crystal. Sacrificing me was your best chance at self-preservation. And I wasn't going to let him harm you. I know how too many people who would have choose me over themselves. Everyone loves me because I'm the president's daughter and rich, but nobody would want to save Kika. That's not true. Saul would have done it in my shoes and Zuri already saved you once. I would have done it out of a sense of duty. If she's to be believed, your duty would be to sacrifice me. So I'm happy to have you not be my minion, if it means that you can be my friend. Yes! Of course, we can be friends, as long as you admit that Fire Blast 2 is better than spamming fireballs. Fine, I will consider it. We'll have to compare our theories side by side when we get back. Duh! But Commander Razona was right about one little thing. Where is the Raltian ship? I've been thinking about that myself. Could we have been wrong about the Raltians being involved with the ship's destruction? I questioned it a lot myself, but I think you could be possibly somewhat accurate. Then, just because we don't see it out there doesn't make it not real. Then why hasn't it moved in? You're the Saito? You tell me! If I was going to steal the crystal from a distressed Katajion ship, I would have done it right after they used it and couldn't escape. What if they didn't intend to get the crystal from us here? I mean, we are able to beat Stan back. What if their team is just like us and lacks the physical ability to wrest control of it away? So, we all suffocate, then what? He probably had life support gear tucked away. He holds out, they leap in and rescue him. I'm feeling a little bit better about this. We thwarted their plans if this theory is to be believed. Okay, we stopped them. What's their next move? It should have still been the same thing. We stopped Stan from sending a signal, but they have to assume he was able to get things up and running. They still should have showed up. Or they assumed we stopped him. Then the next move should be the same. Stan takes control of the ship. Eh? Kika? You better have someone there every moment of every minute of every hour. Are you scared, Kika? No. I mean, sure, it's a little worrisome to think that a possible murderer is going to try and steal something I'm supposed to protect. Between Sol and Tsuri, Stan doesn't stand a chance. Yeah, I guess. The racists and the spas should be able to overpower him if he isn't hiding any weapons. Anyway, you should be on your feet too long. As your doctor, I forbid it. But what about a party? Party? What are you babbling about? You just get the ship running and then home. I worry about celebrating our success and survival. Stupid Cytos, always leaving the real work to the professionals. Hehehe. You better have a special Kika is awesome cake waiting for me. Hours later, as the party begins to wind down, I find myself still unable to shake the concerns over the future. I had fun toasting Kika, though we had no alcohol to do so, and redistributing Stan's hidden stash to make for a feast. For a fest, everyone smiling, trying to forget how close we came. But seeing Faye constantly grimace from the pain reminded me of the burden I have to carry. This is not a flawless victory. It's not much of a victory at all. You haven't even touched your steak. Nat, what's wrong? Nothing. So made it way too done, didn't he? I told him that all they needed was a light hit, but he kept thinking they were too bloody. No, the steak is fine. I don't like it bloody myself. Then what's wrong? Really, there isn't anything wrong. I'm worried about what's going to happen when we get home too. I can't really lie to you, can I? You proved you were a real warrior back there. You faced danger right in the eye, and you didn't budge, even when we thought you were wrong. All I need to do is work on my fighting skills, don't I? Well, since I'm here beside you, you don't need to worry about them too much. I do feel a little safer with you around, Tsuri. It warms my heart to know that. But I want you to depend on me more than just for safety. What do you mean by that? Are you blushing? No, you are the one blushing. I was just thinking about how Akrel would be proud of me if she could see me today. Oh, wait, what? I've been thinking, maybe there is more to protecting other than just kicking the butts of bad guys. It's a critical skill to being a warrior, but I want to be more. I want to be the type of warrior that all of the elders talked about, someone who can be wise and strong. More importantly, I want to be someone who can walk alongside you. When I'm around you, I feel like I can be a better dreamer, a better warrior. In the past, I would have taken her words with a chuckle. Of course she'd want to be with me. I was the best and brightest the universe has to offer. Now, maybe I'm not. Tsuri feels strong in my presence, but I feel weak, like I can see past the shine. I've touted for so long to see the rust that has been growing underneath. My heart is racing, like I had just run a marathon. My brain is muddled from mental exhaustion. I want to stay with you, and what I'm trying to say is what... See, that's why I want to be with you. You don't even know how to speak the words on my mind and heart. I can teach you that. I can't do it either. We can learn together. I'd like that. Do you think we're going to get in trouble? We haven't done anything illegal. They have those rules for just these sorts of circumstances. Too many power-hungry officers who wouldn't help cite us on official missions. But she's right. That thing is incredibly dangerous. We can't just go home and hand it back over to the authorities. Is it our place to decide that? We both took the oath to follow orders, and our orders were to find out what happened to the researchers and report our findings. You also swore to protect the people. Can you think of any use of this sort of information that doesn't result in the suffering of innocents? Which is more important, protecting the state or protecting the people? But why can't we do both? Why must they be separate? If you can find a way to stop the corruption of power, let me know. Let's ask Kika. I'm sure she can find a way. First I have to think up an idea, then we can ask her. Heh. I'm glad we didn't let you go. It was nice being able to protect people with more than my tail. I want to keep doing it. You've got a bright future ahead of you, Tsuri. We have a bright future ahead of us. Right. Orders might sound like tear us apart, but... Hey, if you aren't going to eat that, can I have it? Sure, it's a bit cold though. It's okay, as long as it isn't more mushy rice. I'll take it. The future, what does it hold for me? For us. Tsuri doesn't want to look at the dark aspects of it, but they still lurk there. In my mind. In my heart. And that's where we end the episode. See you in the next one. Bye.